Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another PvP commentary, and today I've got something extra special for you guys. I have been working on my stamina Necromancer quite a bit, and I just haven't been satisfied with any builds really until today. Now, I only have a little bit of footage of this build, and I will definitely be uploading a build video soon for you guys, but I did want to share with you guys what I've been working on. So we've got a bow sword and board stamina necromancer in medium armor here, and it's kind of a pet focused build, and I'll get into that as we see some more of the gameplay. But as you can see, I'm picking a fight with the back end of that big yellow Zerg and seeing who's going to chase me around the corner here. I'm just waiting with my bow heavy attacks here. We managed to plunk a poison injection into one of the guys there. We're just going to purge off his poison injection real fast and reset our buffs. Now this creates all the corpses on the ground, and I'm going to siphon the corpses, pulling some healing over time and the major protection out of them, and then I'm just going to kite my way back over to the side of the rocks here and just rinse and repeat. Now I really like how we go for the siphon at the end of that kind of buff rotation, because it allows us to have the major protection when we turn and want to go offensive on these guys here. And of course the fact that all of our pets, including our armor which stays on us, are going to follow us, it just allows us to have a little bit more reliable corpse gameplay on this stamcro here, because we can even break some distance, set the corpses down, and there you see we actually got the pull at the height there. I set the corpses down on the bottom as I buffed up and then pulled them all at the top. Take a lot of pressure up here. We're going to go into that sword and board alt, just saving our butt with that sword and board alt. Take the stun right at the end there. We're going to break it and move our way back. Now the next big thing that I did in this build as opposed to my previous stamcro is we have much more healing power, and I think this is very evident in just the kite gameplay you guys see here. I'm taking quite a lot of damage from these guys still, but my healing power is really good on top of that great mitigation that we have thanks to having those pet buffs up. It's really opened up using the hexproof purge, and on this build, man, even though I only played it this way for an hour or almost 2 hours, I think, it feels so much better. I just have easy access to that purge and it feels really strong. And here you see we were actually able to get into the corridor, and I think this is a really great spot in to be, especially on the Necro. We've got quite a lot of healing power. We've got the easy access to the protection buffs. There you see we buff up before we engage with this guy here. And also we've got that really big AoE ultimate. This puts people in a really nasty choke spot, so they're forced to take a lot of damage from that ult when we have it ready. And there we see the ult is up, and I'm actually going to drop the ult really soon. We're going to set down the blast bones, take the stun, flip over, there's the ultimate. We drop down the pressure on these guys, put a lot of damage, nearly bringing that player down, but he manages to just slip away through the back there, and we're just going to reset our buffs and re-engage. But I really like how we have that kind of control kit now to make our blast bones work well, and you'll see when we do a little bit more fighting later on in this fight how the chain actually helps us out, just sealing the kills with blast bones and making it work. Even though it sometimes doesn't work, we still get trolled by it, guys. But here you see we drop down, and a Templar actually jumps on top of us. We respond right away with our Vigor, and this Templar build he's running's got a lot of AoE, so it's a good strong counter to us, but we've got enough healing power that we can just sit through it. And look at that huge blast bones explosion into the poke, and we bring him down. Still really great damage on this build, and I really like that. A great mix between the damage, sustain, and healing power. And now we've got this guy coming at our tail again here. So again, I go for that Necro kit, just reset all my pets and my armor, and then we pull the major protection and the heal over time out of it. The heal over time is pretty respectable. It's like half a Vigor almost, and we try to go for a combo on this guy, but we get a few more players coming out of stealth and off the hill there, so we take a little bit of damage. I come back down to the corner, reset my buffs, and then we're going to pull the major protection out again as we re-engage with this guy here, and the enemy Dragon Knight right away just stuns us and starts dotting us up. We just kite back down to the side here, reset our buffs, reset our heals, and I don't actually purge it off because I do want to open on these guys here. We've got enough healing power. We don't have to purge quite yet, and I go for the poison injection. There, I try to set down the Colossus. We get a nice amount of damage there. However, we aren't able to really bring anybody past half HP. I didn't have the blast bones up, unfortunately, and there we see I am running the beckoning armor as well, so he's stunning himself off my beckoning armor, which is absolutely fantastic. When we're using the pull as our only form of control, I think having the beckoning armor for the additional stun is great, and there you see we do manage to seal the deal on him, finishing him off. And then that defensive strafe again, rebuffing, and then we pull the protection out of the corpses as we come back, and we go for the combo on this guy here. Get him with a good pull into the pokes here. The blast bones being so shy, man, but he manages to finally blow up, and we kill that guy. And now I probably should have gone for the Deaden Pain here just to get that protection buff. However, We did manage to survive anyway, just kind of hold my buffs and do my blocks there, and then we managed to pull just a couple seconds of the major protection there, and we're just going to re-engage with these guys. I'm just constantly resetting my buffs. We also generate ultimate by doing this. Not a ton. If we went for the other morph, we'd generate more, but I still feel like it's worthwhile just to get as much ult up as possible. And there you see we get a really nice, nasty pull on this Nightblade here, or this Dragon Knight, sorry, and then we just keep going for pressure on him. He's throwing the draining shots at us. I missed the block there. Unfortunately, there's quite a bit of lag on the server now, and our beckoning armor ends up pulling him in, and another player comes around the corner here. I'm just going to reset, go for the chain pull there, but we didn't need to do it, and we go for our ultimate. Down he goes, and now we've got the last player left to fight here, and he's just going to be fairly tanky. We did fight him and beat him earlier in the fight, but he's by himself now, so we're just going to keep our buffs up, and there you see we got all the corpses on the ground, and we're just going to start whittling him with the blast bones, the poison injection, keep our pets rotating on him as well, and just give him those pierce armor pokes. And yeah, hopefully we'll just put the pressure in enough to bring him down. There you see, he starts to take quite a bit of damage. I see all the bodies, so I decide to go for the Dead in Pain. Honestly, the Dead in Pain, if you're going to get like 4 or 5 bodies with it, it's almost better than a Vigor to cast. It's a really strong skill. But there you see, we bring him down. And now I've got one more fight for you guys, but unfortunately the end of this fight is a little spoiled by server lag, but nonetheless, we're going to show you guys what happened anyway. So I get rushed by these yellow, and I end up just charging through them after they rush me. I think that's always a great tactic if you've got a lot of players running at you, is to go directly through them, just force them to at least turn around. And of course, we managed to get to a bit of terrain here, and I drop the big Necromancer ultimate. We get a nice big Hulk smash there, and I get the poke around the corner, bringing that guy down. We go for the Dead in Pain before the Vigor there, then I purge it off, and then we're going to go for the Vigor here. Now, I think it was a good call to go for the Dead in Pain right away. Like I said earlier, that major protection is a really strong buff, and here we're going to come around the corner, set down the blast bones. This guy's trying to res. We pull him with the chain, go for the poke after the chain, go for the second rotation. He's very squishy, so we bring him down, reset our buffs. We're going to pull the major protection out again, and we're going to engage with the last guy here, and the enemy sorcerer ended up taking off, so we've got just the enemy necromancer left to fight, and this is, of course, everybody's favorite necromancer build to fight, so you guys, I hope, enjoy watching me fight my best against the OP Bash Necromancer. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you guys are new here and you want to see more content, hit that subscribe button. I create not only my own builds and commentaries, but we also have a top 5 from the community, and we feature community builds. So if you guys are interested in any of that, be sure to stick around the channel and check out some of that stuff. If you guys are interested in sending in your own clips for the top 5, or if you guys want to send in a build to be featured, you can send it to KristoferESO@hotmail.com. More information and links, of course, in the description below for you guys there. We also watch and vote for the top 5 weekly live on Twitch, so if you guys want to be a part of that, or if you guys just want to come check out some live streams from me, you can check out my Twitch, a link of course in the description below. And finally, we are sponsored by What the Fast. They're a VPN for gamers. They give me better ping to my favorite games, and they're free to try for the first 14 days, so if you guys want to give them a shot, no credit card, nothing to sign up, a link of course in the description below. And last but not least, if you guys really love the show and you want to help support it, you can always become a patron on Patreon. Without you guys, I would not be able to do this job that I love so much, so thank you guys so much for helping out. Thank you guys just for watching the show, and I hope to see you next time.